Nice intro for the morning. Fresh off a cold. Stay cold. Jeez. What up, Doc? You know, this gonna be the last one for like the next 2 years. Nah, I give it up. Caffeine morning show. Sticks. We gonna do this thing like this.
AM Caffeine Show. AM Caffeine Show. It's your boy DOC.
It's your girl Marlo J.
DJ Smooth Melody.
Yes, AM Caffeine Show back at you once again today, man. Let me tell you, very, very special guest. And you know, we say that a lot, and we like to give folks their props where props is due. But today, I truly mean special because who we have today, man, is definitely a pioneer in what we all do. We all been doing radio for a while. I think this is going on like, I don't know, maybe my 13th years. I think it's the same for Smooth D. Marlo J's been at this for a while as well. But when you have radio royalty and someone who's been doing it at such a high level for many years, you know, each year when Source puts out their Power 30, he's always in the top 10, always in a higher echelon. Like, we're nowhere near that, guys. Like, we haven't even smelled or scratched the surface of that, right? But it's okay.
Not even.
We're sitting next to the man, so that's okay. We haven't been there, but we have somebody who has on a continuous basis, representing where he's from all the time. Port City, shout out to Shreveport. In Dallas, K104. You can't go through Dallas without stopping by and seeing the one and only, the ambassador, mother effing baby in the damn building today.
Yeah. Hey, baby. Hey, baby.
Hey,
Hey, baby.
hey,
Hey, baby.
baby. You have so much going on, but let me ask this question first. Did you have any idea you would have the whole country saying your name when you and Hurricane Chris dropped A Baby? Did you have any idea what was going to happen?
I can't lie to you, dog. I can't lie to you, man. Just watching it grow, watching it catch fire. You know, if you ever planted something and just saw it take off and create its own form of energy, form of life, it really caught me off guard, and we was just having fun. We were just having fun, dog. We can't sit here and lie to you and say, man, I knew it was going to go and be the words that your 2-year-old would say, your first two. I mean, nah, man, nah. I mean, but hey, God has his way of showing you, you know what I'm saying, that he is still who he is, you know what I'm saying? So
Right. But what was it that a trip that you had all these people saying your name, but not necessarily knowing it was a person behind the name that they were saying?
Yes. And it was by somewhat of a strategic design, because the word A Baby means high energy. It means good energy. It's energy. You know, even though it's a person, it's the love and the energy you bring to any room, any platform, any situation. You know, you go in it, man, with a positive vibe. You know the vibes. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So that's what is beautiful about the name, the word, the persona, the person. Like, it's all in one little thing, man, that gives off good energy.
Was that already like a call for you? Like, were people already saying "Hey, baby," or did he create that as like?
Yeah, it was a chant, right? So
it was already a chant.
Yeah, it was already a chant. So this is what happened in a small town, Shreveport, Louisiana, 188,000 population. There was a popular club that I used to be at, right? And this club was just very unique because it had every characteristic of great vibes, good drinks, and the owner wanted to team up with me, the personality, but to give people the power to party at a good budget. $5.
Right. Uh-huh.
$6. When's the last time you've been anywhere for $5 and $6?
My
98.
living room.
Yeah, like 97, 1998.
You feel me? And so everything that I'm going to tell you is documented. You just have to know how to go and research it. You know, you should Google the Hurricane Chris EPK, right? So he teamed up with me, and he wanted to give people this party. You know what I'm saying? And in my section, I have an influence to give people constructive criticism or direction, guidance for music. I've been dancing all my life, right? My whole family could dance. You know what I'm saying? My mom, my dad. My mom was a drum major. My dad was in this. He can still dance to this day. He's 86 years old. And I wish he had an iPhone. I might be working on my iPhone. So, you know, he still answers the phone. Dad is if you meet Dad, you'll forget about baby about it. So that's what happened. And I was giving this group, guidance about what they should do based on what I saw in the club, right? And so this is when X Pills hit Shreveport real hard.
That'll do it.
Wow.
Yeah,
That'll do it.
Won't he do it? So one of the guys I noticed that was begging me, one of the artists begging me to play this song, was on
the ish. He was on that ish.
On that Malcolm.
Was he asking you to say? He's like, yeah, yo, can you
And I said, what the is wrong with you? Somebody told me, hey, he
rolling?
Rolling, uh-huh.
And so I started noticing that a lot of people was on this pill.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, why he can't hook his damn mouth? Ooh, he done locked up. So I told him,
you got that boing boing, yeah.
These cats' name was like Wild Yellow, Lil Uzi, and I forgot what third member they had at that time, but I told him, I said, hey, you should make a song called Lock Up. And so he went and made the song.
About having a lockjaw?
Lock Up. You should go with Wild Yellow called Lock Up. So at the beginning, you will find this. That's the first time on record you will hear "Hey Baby." But he was saying it as in, "Hey Baby, I did what you told me to do."
Oh. Like, hey baby, check this out.
Come on, right?
I see what he did there.
So what I did was I took what he said, "Hey Baby," because at that time, DJ Drummer, Gangsta Grizzly was killing. You know what I'm saying? Gangsta Grizzly. And as a DJ, you know, Smooth.
Yeah.
Our little tag, our little piece.
Gotta have it.
On, you feel me? So I sampled "Hey Baby," and any record that I wanted to stamp, any record that I approved, I wanted to put "Hey Baby" on it.
Mm-hmm.
So it would be a hymn, "Hey Baby, hey Baby, hey Baby," and I just "Hey Baby, hey Baby." One night we was in Coco Pelle's and the electricity went off. It was so hot, the amps got hot and it cut off. Everything cut off except the power to the microphone.
Wow.
And so I rocked the club for 3 to 4 minutes straight, no music, straight chants, call to action. And one of the was, "Hey Baby, what's his name? Hey Baby, say his name. Hey Baby. Hey Baby, what's his name? Hey Baby.
Hey baby.
Hey Baby." And it was just a chant. So the chant took life by itself. And then these kids, they went to Gremlin and they would dance and be saying, "Hey Baby." Had nothing to do with you and your music. They would just say it. They like the beat and they would say, "Hey Baby."
Right.
So when they say "Hey Baby," it's time to get lit. "Hey Baby" is about a person, but a person with good energy. And that,
so it's like a call to the dance floor.
Yes, Lord. So when I would come in the club, they would, "Oh shit, he's in the club." Like the Messiah here, he's here. He's
come on, Messiah. Okay.
Something like
the Messiah.
I'm repeating what the people have told me, right? And from the time that I got on the microphone, it's straight party. 3 to 4 hours straight. No go to the bathroom break, none of that. It's 3 to 4 hours straight, high energy. And then I started noticing that the bar wasn't making no money.
Oh, well, Jesus.
So then we started playing slow songs at the 45 of every hour. 3 slow songs in a row, giving you an opportunity to go to the bar or get your Mac on or do something. 3 songs, 3 of the hottest R&B records, or old school records or whatever. It's to separate. So we had 9 DJs DJing in one club.
Damn.
How long was this party?
10 to 4.
10 to 4, and you had 9 DJs. What they play? 45-minute sets?
Yeah, it was all about a family. We would literally hire another DJ. Like if I thought that he was good, we would hire him. We had no competitors.
Oh,
No egos. In Coco Pellet's, there was no egos with DJing. Like you have DJs, if you was DJing smooth and Doc felt like you should bring that back right there, he'll come reach over your shoulder and
yeah.
it was all love. So Coco Pellet's was like very special. It was like a community, but it was a family. Me and my city was at one with that, and we did that club for 17 years straight.
17 years? Was it on a specific night, or was it like any night, any given night?
4 nights a week. Wednesday,
4
Friday,
nights a week?
Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Wow.
For 17 years. Y'all had generations come in there.
I've married people. People have had kids. People have done a lot of things coming out that club. So everybody's been there except Jay-Z and Beyonce and Diddy.
And
So-
is it still there now?
Yeah, it's still there now. Like, Quiet as Kept, we're getting ready to
Do a relaunch.
do a relaunch.
Coco Pellets?
Coco, I'm gonna send Doc the link so you can see it.
If y'all doing a relaunch, I'm
Yeah, we there.
coming out.
We there.
We coming.
We there.
But I mean, it captures so many good memories. Like I said, everybody 50, everybody has been there. I'm talking about they've been there before they became who they were, and then they came back once they became who they were. So that's just one of the many things that I have with artists. And you know, you not only do you break them, you give them a shot, you break bread with them, and then they come back and you pay them.
Right.
Okay, I have 2 questions.
Yeah.
2 questions. One, where did Bebe come from? The name Bebe. And 2, how hot is it in a club that you ain't got no shoes on?
I'm gonna tell you, hey, Jay, I'm telling you, it's documented. First of all, Bebe is a name that my grandmother gave me. I'm the baby boy of the family. On my mom's side, I'm the baby. On my dad's side, I'm the baby boy.
Oh.
Mom's side, it's 4 of us, right? But I'm the baby boy. On my dad's side, it's 20-some of us, and I'm the baby boy.
It's 20-something siblings?
Yeah. So the grandmother, you know, I try to fly by that, but grandmother named me Bebe because she couldn't pronounce Terrence. You know what I'm saying? So that's where Bebe came from. How hot is it in the club because you ain't got no shoes on? That comes from what they say crowd control. And it's documented in the Hurricane Chris EPK, like the DJ would be like, if you ain't broke them shoes you got on, don't mean pull one shoe out, let me see what you got on. They would pull their shoe up, hold it down.
Really? Just say, hey, this is it. Shoe cam, like that?
Yeah, it's documented. Yeah, for real. It's like that.
So during that time, baby, so you said the club was around for 17 years.
Yeah.
Were you already known for getting the party started prior to getting involved in radio? What was that transition? Like, how did the radio come into play?
So I graduated from Fat Park when I was 15, right? That's high school. I went to Grambling State University for a year, for a semester and a half.
As a
And
child?
yeah, I went to Grambling. Yeah, I was like young, right? So I was in the band. Back up. I was dancing all my life, right? I was in the second grade. And I was in kindergarten for however long, and then I got skipped up to the second grade. And it was a private school. Went to public school because mama ran out of money, it cost to go to private school.
I've been there. Same thing happened to me.
I went to public school. I went from straight A's to straight F's. I got with my friends, I was straight A's, straight F's.
Went from sugar to shit.
Real thing. Do not pass go. And then my mom couldn't afford to go to private school. And then my dad came in. That's when they really got involved, kicking me in the ass, showing up to the school. You gonna do this, right? So I brought my F's up to C's. Graduated, went to middle school. I relapsed again. Still with my friends. And my mom went and cut a deal with the private school. I was like, hey, I can't afford to pay you, but he really wants to be over here at private school. And they let me went to private school, let my mom pay as she got it.
Wow.
And I went from straight F's, C's, back to straight A's. I went to the highest level of that. Then I had to go back to public school, which Fat Park High School was it. And my teachers noticed something about me. So the teachers cut a deal with me. If you don't disrupt my class, I give you the last 15 minutes of the class to do you.
And what would you do?
Shit, it turn up.
So you just be up there dancing and
jokes. Hey, we just did it as long as we be loud. I mean, we finessed and we had fun. You know what I'm saying? All of my teachers, like, they knew it was something special about me, so they did certain things, you know what I'm saying, to accommodate me. So I went from the class clown to the school clown. Always having this good energy of just wanting to have fun. But every situation don't cause you to have fun. You got to know you can't go everywhere. You can't take your joy around everybody.
Right.
That's how we gonna put it.
So were you one of those kids that did like the talent shows and stuff?
Killed them, won first place, everything.
So what was the most memorable talent show performance?
Bobby Brown. Which
one?
We did Bobby Brown. When Bobby Brown came out with Don't Be Cruel, My Prerogative, we thought we was Bobby Brown. Because I was so young, I could dance good. They would always sneak me in like as the special young.
Right. That's the weapon, the secret weapon.
But yes, sir,
the secret weapon.
Here comes the secret weapon. Hey man, I come out there. I'm cold, right? I was so cold. You know how they have these challenges like you got served? Like I was cold to the point where they wouldn't even dance with me.
Wow.
Like let him have his moment. He like that guy. You know what I'm saying? So that transformed over to me going and into high school, and I wanted to be involved in something, but I couldn't. And I went out and tried to play football. So we did the practice, and one day they said we're gonna wear pads. So we put on pads, and I went across the middle.
Got your ass stuck.
Toe up.
And right when I got my ass stuck, I looked, and the band was coming around the marching field, around the track to go to the field to practice. And I knew then, I said, shit, that's where
I need to be.
That's where I need to be. I need to
it's safe over there.
I quit. I ain't even tell the football team I quit. Next time they see me, I was with the band.
What instrument did you play?
Huh? Listen, I did not know how to play nothing.
I'm just in the band.
I'm just in the band, smooth. You know how I got in the band? I got in the band as a guardsman, the guy with the rifle.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, they didn't even have room. Yes, listen, with no trigger. They didn't even have room for me, but because I could dance real good, the dancing made me stick out.
Right.
Yeah.
And so my band director, he knew it was something special about me again, right? So he told me, why don't you try out for drum major? Usually something positive. And the boot camp that you had to go through, see all that playing and shit, that shit runs out.
Uh-huh.
When you go through boot camp, you know, you realize that you're not who you think you want to be, all that playing around. So they had us holding 2-pound rifles in front of us. And after about 5 minutes,
that joint start going down.
Yep.
Yeah, you pledging at that point.
And they say, you gotta want it. You gotta want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe.
Oh
man. After 5 minutes, that 2 pounds feel like 57.
Yes, Lord.
Your arms start shaking. Like,
and your eyes tear up.
Yeah, you pretty much getting hazed at that point.
Yes, Lord. Thank you, Smoothie. I'm taking, because I'm going back to get all my little royalties for them hazing me. You feel me? But at the moment, they disciplined me. And they made me tap in with being a leader. So there's marching season and there's concert season. Marching season is doing football games.
Mm-hmm.
Then they got concert season. But guess what? I didn't know how to play a goddamn instrument. My band director taught me how to play an instrument himself. This was like unbelievable.
What instrument was it?
Baritone.
Oh.
So he taught me how to play baritone good enough to get a scholarship at Grambling.
Wow.
Thing is, I couldn't read music.
Right.
What was his name?
His name is Mr. White. So when they did the movie Drumline, I swear to God, I thought they had scripted my life in this movie, because my band director is that guy. That prestigious, that don't believe in playing all that old hip hop ghetto.
Right.
Class. Integrity. You feel me? And
he's like, play Flight of the Bumblebee.
I was Nick Cannon.
Uh-huh.
And he reached me through sending me out for drum major. He taught me how to read music and how to play baritone. And I went to Grambling, and I did a 1.5 years in Grambling. And I was the youngest. I was a freshman on dance committee. Freshmen don't be on dance committee.
Wow.
So we was making up the band steps, and the guys that run in front of the band doing the breakdown and going off, and you know what I'm saying? Like, we was that good. And then I left there after I made a crazy immature mistake. So I thought, and don't laugh at me, don't judge me. We moved off campus.
Laugh already, Doc?
I already know it's on some bull. I already know.
We moved on campus, right? So, you know, I didn't want to be on campus. They said it was cheaper to be off campus, right? Mm-hmm. So there was a trailer that my cousin stayed in, and they was paying like $250 for rent. But with me being there, it was like $83. So at that time, we was getting food stamps. So they wasn't getting food stamps. So I brought $83 to the table and food stamps.
Food stamps.
Yes, sir. So, you know, we ate good, right? But summer came around, and I didn't know that you had to pay rent even though you wasn't in school.
Right.
So they would call me during summer school and be like, hey, send your rent. And I was like, I ain't living in the damn house. I thought they was going back to the $250. So no, they brought another dude in who had good credit with a phone. And at that time, having a phone,
that was everything.
Everything.
Mm-hmm.
You like, so y'all don't want to eat no more?
Yes, that's how I was, right? Y'all don't want them stamps no more. Nah, we good on that. Plus, he a little bit more organized and on time with his rent.
Right.
So I couldn't go back to school because I didn't register to be back on campus, and they had another roommate that they didn't kick out.
Right.
Which forced me to be out.
Right.
Understand? I went back to Fat Park High School, and I taught choreography.
Oh.
At the high school.
High school.
Uh-huh.
Well, how about that?
The band director got the announcer for the band got sick before the game one night, and the band director just thought to put Bebe on the microphone.
Uh-oh.
And that was all. So was this was going to be like your first time as
ever talking microphone? Period. I used to be on the megaphone in the band,
right?
Coordinate 5, 6, 7, 8, but not a microphone talking, because I remember the the announcer talking all prestigious and
Right.
with pronunciation, and I was like, man, that ain't me. And I was shaking. And he told me, he said, just get up there and just do you. And my God, when I did me, they knew that it was nothing like what they had heard. And them people laughed and we dished the other bands, and we did it in a very respectful way. You feel me?
How do you diss the other bands in a very respectful way?
Our colors was black and gold with a stripe of white, right? So I would, the other band would go first.
Of course.
And then when they marching off the field, then I'll be like, and ladies and gentlemen, now back to our regular scheduled program. Like that, right? And then I'd be like, something like, all right, ladies and gentlemen, the main event. You know what I'm saying? That's your feature presentation. For you other bands, I don't know what you've been told, but the best band wears the white, the black, and the gold. Sissy! And, oh, man.
Oh, my God.
Like, it was over with before the band even played one note.
Yeah.
Right.
And then the fact that the band was that good, me and the band became like Frankie Beverly and Maze. So now, what is the announcer going to say to the other
band? Yeah.
And it didn't make it no better if we went first. Because
now you got to follow that.
Yeah, and the last thing I would say, well, ladies and gentlemen, blah, blah, some crazy for whatever's going to come behind us. You feel me? And, I mean, it was just all stuff. Like, and then that went from me being in the press box to on the field. So now we can see who he is. And then that's when the jackets and the you know what I'm saying, the hoodies and the jewelry and me rocking 5,000 to 10,000 people, stadiums first. This before radio, this before clubs, anything. I was rocking stadiums.
Would you go like up on that ladder thing?
Yeah, no, I was on the ground. Like I would find a platform, but I wouldn't be on the ladder because the band director was on the ladder.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I mean, straight, like it was a straight concert. Like it was different than any other high school band show because I was the coordinator for the steps, so I knew what they was doing.
Right, so you could come in and out, join them, whatever.
Yeah, I ain't had to go out there on the field, but I would basically tell the crowd what they're finna do or doing, and then
gotcha.
Like it was a whole different experience. You know what I'm saying?
I would have been so amped.
Yeah, they couldn't win. I mean, we won first place so much till they banned me from being the announcer.
Wow.
They was like, it wasn't fair that the radio personality was was the announcer for a high school band. So they were like, it had to be somebody that was in school.
Right.
They were like, now go home.
Yeah. I mean, they did good after that, but it was, it was the experience.
So when you started doing radio, what was the reception? I mean, so once you did radio, you already had a following.
Following from band led me to having and doing, so there was a transitional period, and this is the fun part, right? So how they shut me out was also they were saying that radio personalities couldn't do it, but then I could dance so good that at a young age I was in the club, right? And the night was called Wicked Wednesday. Wicked Wednesday had adult entertainment that night, right? So there was tripping. It was tripping.
Get their child.
Yeah. What I would do, I was the light guy. Every time a man would say, he would point to me, that would be my cue. And the lights would go off because the next act was coming to the stage. And then when he say, baby, the light would come on. Keep in mind, he was branding me at that time.
Right, which kept saying your name.
Lights off. Baby, lights on. Baby, lights off. So Wednesday night, they had amateur night. And I don't know if one of the dancers didn't come, but I could dance real good. And so I got out there and I started dancing, and they was throwing the money, ball them up, throwing the money at me, you know what I'm saying? And the shit was so funny that I faked like I was going to take my clothes off.
Thank you.
I faked like I was going to take my clothes off, and they went crazy. Take that out, take it out, take it out, take it. And I faked like it, and by that time, the host came out, because the shit was up there. The energy was up there. And he came out, like, what are y'all, like, what the hell's going on? You feel me? And he said, man, y'all give a round of applause for Baby, man. And then the show started. After
What
that,
was your song?
Mystical, Here I Go.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, I know.
Yes.
Everybody knew that, right? So I did that, and then he approached me about doing adult entertainment.
Uh-oh.
He was like, yo, you can make a whole lot of money. And I was, I'm not going out there motherfucking for no motherfucking crowd. He was like, yeah. He said, hey, you can start off small. Start off doing bachelorette parties and, you know, little private gigs. He said, matter of fact, I'm gonna set you up one.
Uh-oh. Watch out, little cousin.
I'm gonna do it with you. Because he was at the end of the night, the grand finale would be him, the host,
Taking it off.
and doing this. So man, he set me up to do a bachelorette party, right? And I did this bachelorette party. It was none but women in there. When I walked in that house, they already knew who I was. But I was the tag-along. I was Tonto to Long Ranger.
Right. What was his name? His dancer name?
Superman Blunt. Legend in Shreveport.
Superman Blunt.
Yeah.
And what was yours?
Baby. It's been Baby the whole way.
Oh, the whole time.
Brandon, you got to be consistent.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Consistency move. You follow me. When I came out, the people was like, they thought I was his helper. When I came out, they eyes got big as shit. What the fuck?
Wow, what happened? When you took your pants off, what happened?
Nah, when I first came out. But they knew I could dance. So when I started dancing, the old shit went from, what the fuck went from what the fuck to old shit.
Uh-huh.
What the fuck to old shit went to, hey.
So wait, hold on. Let's back up.
That's right.
So when you first came out, they were like, what the fuck? So that was on site? They just saw you on site and said, what the fuck? So
and what the
you
fuck?
You had on gray sweats or something? What?
No, I had on that whole outfit.
And was it like an elephant trunk thong?
Not yet. That's what I'm afraid. You'd have been around a couple of things too. Watch out, Jay. Goddamn you! I thought about she in the weight class. Goddamn. You ain't always been a Christian. So yeah, I came out, hey man, in some Adidas boxers with some Nike socks.
Somebody let me out. Somebody pull over and let me off this ride.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, what?
They went from what the fuck to oh shit. From old shit to hey. Hey. And so that was just one thing that I knew though. I knew that I would pick out the thickest chick, the plumpest chick, and I would dance for her. Right?
Uh-oh.
I knew as a youngster that if you could make the thick chick feel special,
Right.
you know, chick like Jake, she already knew I got her. You feel me? So I would show her the thick chick all the love.
All the love.
All the love. And I made a bunch of money that month.
Of course you did.
But now he had me thinking like, damn. And so for a while, all I did was bachelorette parties and private parties. And then I learned how to do scemes. You feel what I'm saying?
Wait, what?
He was in there role playing?
What kind of scenes did we wear?
So I came out as, I would come out of Cap D, Luke. Cap D coming, Cap D coming, Cap D. It was high energy. I come in that motherfucker, go around the room, dive on people, shit. That would be scene number one. Then I would go and I would come back. And I would have a bucket. And I was out my shit, right? So I went to Victoria's Secret Bath and Body Works, and I got the bubble baths and the ice bucket, but I would wash the women's feet. But I would be a housekeeper. And I would come out to, in the morning, I can be a fresh face, baby.
Oh, yeah, okay. I'll be all in right then.
And I would come out with the apron on and have my little lollipops down in one pocket, and then I'd have my sponge in my left goddamn pocket, and then I would have a bucket, the warm, hot bucket of water. Okay, warm, hot bucket of water. And I would wash the bride's feet. And wash her feet, and then I would put the lollipops in between her toes.
Somebody let me out. See, I knew I wanted off this ride when you said. Because when you said you were doing scenes.
And then say, that wasn't it. That was just one scene. So then I would wind up finishing that scene off, and we'll have to come back on that, right? And then I would go back, and then I would come back with the sheet, like a dashiki, you know what I'm saying? With the toga, you know what I'm saying? With the toga, right? You feel me?
Like you was in Animal House.
Yeah, with fresh oil on it, right? And then I would have a candle, and I would light the candle and set the candle on the floor with the sheet around. And you know what happens when you stand over the candle with the sheet?
The shadow!
And they can see the elephant, right?
The elephant is in the room.
Yes, Lord. Do not shoot the elephant in the room. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's it. Yeah, all that right there, right?
Come on, hello, Babar.
Yeah. And so we did that, right? And that would be like the third scene. And the fourth scene, we would find, we would go to people's house, bro, and we would get their kitchen chair, right? And if you know anything about a black household or a household, the chair, the wooden chair, always has like the back of a chair. It had that hole right here, right? So the grand finale would be me coming back out in my sheet and then standing up in the chair behind it and sticking my through the chair hole, Jay. Hey, Jay, pay attention, I'm gonna lose you.
Pay attention, I'm gonna lose you.
And pick the whole chair up with it.
That is no way.
Hey.
No way.
Hey,
way.
Sold it out. I was the hottest thing since fish grease.
You're not gonna just try and go to Smart Food after that.
Shit, show's over, goddammit.
And then they had popcorn.
Anything else you want to talk about?
Wow.
I'm dead. When you said you were doing scenes, I was sure you was about to say you started doing porn. And I was like, now what was those?
No, but it's a lot of crazy things happen.
You are lucky that they didn't have camera phones then.
Oh, yes, Lord. Listen. But I mean, listen, I wouldn't change nothing about my life. Like, I did that. And that's where the transition in between the nightlife and me having to separate, because some of the teachers would be at the shows and at these parties. So the way they set it up is said, he's up here teaching our kids how to become adult entertainers.
We got to get him out of there.
I'm out of there, player. But the way we're going to do it, we're going to blame it on, we cannot have radio personalities.
Right.
Everybody that works for the school has to be paid and hired through the school board.
Oh, wow.
That's how they got rid of me being the announcer and the dance choreographer for my high school band, right? Cool. Oof. So fast forward. After I just went on full-fledged, made a lot of money in that area, and then I started throwing parties. So I started throwing parties, pool parties. Pool parties be packed the fuck out. Packed the fuck out. And then as a highlight of the treat, I would get on a diving board, get nude, and jump in the pool.
What?
Of course you would.
Like this is in 90. This is in 96, 97.
This is all before officially being on radio.
All before that. All before that.
Lord.
All before that. Like I've been having money.
Right. So what was your reputation when you finally get on air? Like, what was the radio staff thinking? Like, you know, the higher ups at radio who are stuffy radio folks, and here comes this huge personality.
Yeah, they embraced it because one of the one of the radio jocks, who's my OG, that taught me the promotion game, he used to do my birthday party. He gave me the most money I had ever seen off of a party one time. And I know that if he gave me that much money, well, I know how much money he took to
You
have.
got it. Right.
You feel me? So that's what happened. And then after that, me and him tag team in radio. And it's a couple other steps that happened, but radio pulled me in. I got inspired to do radio just by going to the radio station to shout out my damn party. Mm-hmm. And when I walked in there, my perception of radio before I went in was this big woo-woo. But when I went in, I was like, hey, y'all ain't even working.
Right.
Y'all just in here having fun.
Yeah. You
feel me? And that's when I knew that radio was what you made it. You know what I'm saying? Like from the art of the art of, you know, the theater of mind, how you create the sounds and, you know what I'm saying, and you paint the picture, you know what I'm saying? So that's how I got into radio. And the owner, he brought me in based off of them trying to sabotage me with my career. You feel what I'm saying? Like I was that popular that they wanted to assassinate my character by putting false claims on me. He got AIDS, and then they put the accusation out there that he raped women, and like they really tried to destroy me in my hometown, not the whole city. It's only
Shreveport.
This is in Shreveport, right? So every time they put some type of rumor on me, I came out on top. Mm-hmm. Because I knew that the rumors wasn't true. I knew it, like, you know how people say something and then they 2 or 3 days later they back on there apologizing? Uh-huh. Now, you'll never see me do that. Whatever I do, it is what it is. I mean, say what you mean the first time.
But what if you say something and you find out that it's not true? You don't apologize? Yeah,
I mean, you know, I do that. Yeah, I do that. But I'm saying 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna try to think before I say something.
Oh, got you. Okay. Are you still in Louisiana now? Or are you in Dallas?
All the time. Let me tell you. So the last rumor that I benefited from was they put rape on me, right? And so that's the reason why I feel a certain way. I mean, that's the reason why I created my campaign. We Touch the People. They tried to paint me because my influence was very impactful, and people would go to Coco Pelle's and wouldn't go patronize with other businesses. They dumped a lot of money into downtown. You know, under the bridge, they wanted people to go out and fraternize and, you know, so they can, but Coco Pelle's had it sold up. You couldn't come to Shreveport and not go to Coco Pelle's. Mm-hmm. And people didn't like that, you know what I'm saying? So the DA tried to make an example, tried to get his little political on.
And say that you were a raper?
Yeah, they painted me, you feel me? And they did a good job of painting me because out of all of it, I never tripped about it. But when it got to like this little kid, that, you know, the kids love Bebe. But on this day, I went to do something special for the kids, and I went to shake one of the kids' hands, and he was like, he went to shake it, and then he realized he was going to shake my hand. He was like, I don't fuck with you. You rape women. When it did that, that cut me. That cut me straight to the core. I said, no, I got to do something. And I've been on a mission to not only educate young men, like, you can't really worry about what people say, but what people say can affect the outcome of people giving you an opportunity. Mm-hmm. So always be thinking, you know what I'm saying, bro, like futuristic, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't put yourself in situations. Try not to put yourself in situations where you can get hurt.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow. So they actually filed charges against you, or it was just starting a rumor?
So it's so funny because right now, my homeboy, he just called me and I answered the phone. So he was the one that was giving me the updates about this chick that was allegedly raped, right? And I was in California. So we was doing a Sweet 16, me and Hurricane Chris doing a Sweet 16 birthday party for MTV.
During the time of this supposedly when this happened.
So he was calling me just to give me the, man, they going crazy, boy, somebody, and blah, 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 blah. I said, for real? So we didn't have no clue. And then he'll call me back and be like, boy, they saying that the security did it. And then he called me back in and said, hey, boy, Where you at? Man, they got your name mixed up. But they ain't got my name. Yes, they do. Man, they trying to say you. I said, boy, he said, man, listen, don't come back here. Am I lying, Chico?
Oh, hey, Chico.
Hey, Chico.
What up, Chico?
On the party. So Chico was giving me the 411 of what they were saying and how it started as a girl got raped, and then it went to the security guards. And then the security guards said it was me. They threw it on me and blah blah blah. Man, they just ran with it. And then when he gave me that information, I just got lawyered up.
Right.
And from what was said, that the DA was mad, like, well, if he ain't do nothing, why he getting lawyers? So
You know how to drag me.
They arrested me on probable cause, and then that went on from 2008 August to 4 years later. He was really trying to sabotage me, even though the DNA test came back. The DNA test took 4 years to come back.
What?
Why?
And then when the DNA test came back, it went public. It was like, the DNA does not match baby. And then the very next day, he went and took out an ad and put on the front of the paper his record, his conviction record, 101 and 1. That was his record. And he said that I'm still going to take Bebe to trial.
Why? If your DNA didn't match.
It was what his ambition was. So then we had to have a meeting with me, him, and my lawyer. He wanted to talk, Mr. Hugo Hollins. And if you ever heard a black man talk to a DA the way that I talked to him, you would think you'd see Malcolm X 2020 or 2019 or however long it was. But I didn't have the right choice of words because I knew I was not guilty.
Right.
Raping a woman, you feel me? So after that, he dismissed the charges, but he slid it under the rug. And people knew me in the off court system, and they called me and asked me, why wasn't I making a big deal about it? I said, I don't know what you're talking about. So they faxed me the acquittal papers.
Mm-hmm.
And then I took it to some political people that was fighting for me. And then the city awarded me my own day, which is October the 21st.
Oh, you just had Bay Day. Bay Day.
Look at Jay. And so that's...
So during that time, obviously, you got fired from the radio station? Just like how... So what were you doing? Were you still able to move around and do clubs? Were you going through all this?
The radio station took a stance. They was like, we don't want to offend you or have to defend you. So whenever you get that past you, then you can come back.
Mm-hmm.
The club owner wanted me to show some remorse for a woman being raped. And I was like, why am I showing any type of remorse? Because
when I didn't do anything.
I ain't do shit, right?
Uh-huh.
And then
maybe
that's
it could have been compassion. Maybe he was looking for the word compassion because remorse says that I did it. And
and he was like, take some time off from the club. And then I was like, I ain't taking no time off from the club. Well, I ain't did, I'm coming to work. Mm-hmm. He was like, no, you can't come down here. They said, if you come down here, then I'm gonna lose my liquor license.
Oh, wow.
So the radio station took a stance and the club took a stance. So what I did was I went back on the road with Hurricane Chris. And at that time, me and Chico was going to DJ at a party that they hired us for to come to in Dallas. And I went by K104 to get some music from, like what's the hot music?
The hottest stuff, right.
And when I went by there, the PD happened to be walking out and he was like, damn, bro, you all right, bro? So he had been through something with an alleged fight club. He did a drop for, somebody promoting a fight club, but they used his drop and then they would show all of the kids fighting. So they ran him through the mud, you feel me? Just by endorsing that. So he knew what the controversy felt like, and he's like, man, so what you doing with radio? I was like, man, I ain't doing nothing, man. I'm on the road traveling, bro. He's like, give me a number. I might have something for you. And I did. He reached back out to me, and I did Saturdays from 12 to 4. The day that I did Saturday from 12 to 4, it was an impact. The assistant PD called me and said, hey, man, find you a house down here.
I love it.
And I told him, I said, no, because where I'm from, I'm the king of the castle. So you want me to leave my throne, come down here? I said, that price got to be right.
Right.
And you want me to leave Shreveport, come to Dallas?
Well, obviously the price was very right because you ended up in Dallas. So obviously he was like, here's $1 million.
It wasn't a million. It wasn't a million. But they made it very hard for me to resist, being the fact that, you know, these charges wasn't going away as fast as, you know, I thought that it was simple.
Right.
So we did it. And the weekend thing became full-time. And I got my full-time show on radio.
About that.
And how long has that been now?
13 years. 2007, Thanksgiving weekend, 2007.
Wow. So here we are now, 2020, 13 years. How do you feel radio has changed from when you started? And I'm just talking about just the structure of it. You know, there's so many other platforms now. Like how has it changed for you? And do you still have the same feeling getting on radio as you did 13 years ago?
Yes, I do still have the same feeling. When I tell y'all, I have been just living in my purpose, period. I don't see radio for radio. I see radio as a place I come and have fun. I love what I do. And it shows. And I think I'm just all the way locked in with what makes me happy. And other people just benefit from it. When you get up every day and you come to work, or you love doing what you do, and some of what you love to do is make other people happy, it bleeds over. And so that is what's happened to me in radio, through relationships, through on air. Like, I don't think there's ever been a show other than when my mom died that you could ever see that I was going through something on radio. Good, bad, ugly, it's always been an up-lit show. You feel me? And so my purpose in radio or period is just to bring good vibes. So I don't see personally the changes that happen in radio, even though I see them. Sorry, I'm gonna let y'all know I do see them, like things evolving. But it's always been about the personality. And luckily, I'm in a system where the owner believes in talent.
Yeah. You got music out now. Is Dallas open?
Yeah, Dallas open. I think it's about 75%. We did the club last weekend. Trey Songz was there. It was dope. You know what I'm saying? We
got to come there. AM Caffeine's gonna have to come and swoop on you.
Hey, so I've been in the presence of Bebe when he's in full regalia. When he
calm down.
He's definitely there's just, like you said, there's just people that you're around that there's just something about them. There's something that's just magnetic. And when he comes, he literally can change the atmosphere and the culture of the club when he steps in the building. Just something, just it's electric. Like it literally,
I want to see
a change.
I want to see for myself.
Okay,
So
Jay.
I don't think that's a problem. You know, Bebe's between Shreveport, like I don't even know how he does it. Like he does, you know, Dallas half the time on the weekends, he's on Shreveport on the other half. So you know.
Do you drive or fly between?
I'm the drive jock, baby.
And how long is the ride?
2.5.
2.5, right?
Not bad. That's not bad. I can do
No,
that. Like driving to Long Beach.
Yeah.
I've done it. We've done it.
But we talking consistently. We talking consistently. 13 years though.
Right.
How often?
3 times a week. We talking 1,200 miles a week on the road.
You got to buy that car. You can't lease that car.
Yeah, it's 2 down, 2 back. That's 400. Wednesday night is 2 down, 2 back. That's 4 more hundred. That's 800, right? And then Friday night, you 2 down, come back Monday. That's 4 more hundred.
Mm-hmm. Yep, you're gonna have to buy that car. You can't lease that.
We can flip the whole fleet. We all the cars and all that stuff there. Yeah, we can flip them, baby. So I mean, I don't even look at it, Doc. Jay, Smooth. I don't look at it like it's work, man. I just look at it like here's something that I love to do. I ain't trying to go back to be broke. I ain't trying to go back to doing nothing. I enjoyed the process. And when I just look back, when somebody said, hey, yo, you know you looked at like this, right? It didn't even hit me. It don't hit me because I just been having fun.
Mm-hmm.
I just been doing what I like to do.
Right.
And that's what it's about.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I don't hate to get up in the morning to do nothing. I ain't running from nobody. I don't have no beefs. You know what I'm saying? I'm a man of peace. I'm a God-fearing man. And now that we're releasing music, and you know how long that took. Even my DJ, he's sitting there like, thank God. Like
that you finally putting something out, because you've been sitting on so much music and literally have features with everyone from Ross, you name it, you have songs with them.
Yeah, real talk.
So you finally, have put out something officially. You have a video that was released 2 days ago. That's you featuring Trap Boy Freddie and Young Dolph, and already over almost at 150,000 views already in just 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
So the reception what you expected, or you just didn't expect it? You finally were at a place where you were comfortable with the music and like, let's just put it out and see how it's received with no expectations. Kind of like, what was the idea?
The idea was, if I'm gonna mess with the music game is definitely a piece of work. But I like just fucking with people who fuck with me organically. The music game had this way of taking. And before I get off into the business, I want to learn the business. Because I've always been an influencer, and I've always been somebody who just loved doing for other people. Hurricane Chris, Dero Music, Kevin Gates, Boosie, fast forward, G Herbo, Megan Thee Stallion, The Baby. I mean, you name it. Diddy. I mean, it's so much. You feel what I'm saying? Like, even if they was already at a certain point, when they came and we did what we did, it was, you know what I'm saying, like a cosign. We got this little funny thing, like that cosign means something. To come stand next to you means something. Mm-hmm. When Nipsey wasn't at that point, me and Nipsey had a baby Nipsey moment, and he told the world about it. Like, so when you Google it and you start seeing it, like you not only have a story, but you have visuals to go along with it. Mm-hmm. So yes, I'm in a good space to where I feel comfortable enough to release music with people that I feel like is the underdog. Like, I love the underdog. I feel like I'm the biggest underdog in the game, like the most known, unknown, good vibes. I want to see everybody else win. Here to uplift people like Smooth and Jay, you know what I'm saying? Like, to tell y'all, man, find your purpose, have your passion. If you love to do what you're doing, keep doing it. Like, do what you feel that you don't have to get paid for. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you in it for the check gonna run from you. Everything that I ever chased, it ran from me. I ain't chased money in a long time. The money be chasing me now.
Well, I mean,
I know that if I find it, if I want to chase somebody, I'd let it chase you, right? I got it.
Cut it off at the pass. Cut it off at the pass. Before you can get that out your mouth, Marlo.
I'm about to say, you know what I'm just saying? If you want the money, if you tired of the money chasing you, you can go ahead and just, I'll run alongside you and then I'll just hop right between y'all and then I'll just divert it.
Divert funds.
Marlo, the way my blessings are set up.
Right.
It will dodge right around me. It'd be like,
That's Lord. That's Lord. Hey man, so yeah, I'm at a beautiful spot, man, where I released the music and it was strategic. Young Dolph went overboard and just showed me so much love. Like there's my top 5 of authentic people in the game, and how I rate them is when you get the success, what do you do with it? And that's 50 Cent, Young Dolph, Nipsey, Master P. And I ain't saying nobody else ain't done nothing genuine. I'm talking about when you at your peak. I ain't saying when you're falling off and then you're like, hey, let's get hot again. Nah, none of that. I'm talking about when you're at your peak. 50 Cent is a dog. He's a dog with his philanthropy. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about this. How many artists has personal relationships with all the DJs?
I don't know because I don't know them, so I don't know none of them. So I don't know them. I know D. Hey D.
That's one DJ. That's one.
Good, man. He's one of those people, man. If you ever ran into Dolph, you can tell it, you can feel it. Like when you leave him, you be like, I like that guy. And if people feel good about you, they'll support you.
Absolutely.
That'll
go way longer than music or anything. If somebody fools with you, they will always support what you're doing whenever you decide to do it because they like you.
And so
I just want you to know, I just followed you on Instagram. We are now friends. Don't be acting like you don't know me in the comments.
Yeah, I ain't following you. I'm gonna follow Jesus.
Jesus.
You ain't gotta follow me back. I'm just saying, I'm be in your comments talking about, hey, don't be acting like you don't know who I am now.
I'm running for the money.
Right.
Hashtag ready for the money.
Hashtag ready for the money.
That's gonna be the hashtag that I'm gonna leave under all your posts.
Damn, there go Jay again.
Yeah, running for the money.
Hey man, but, it's a real blessing though to see so many, to receive so much back from stuff. I feel like I paid forward.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's overwhelming to see people do it now. Like, bro, you know what? You deserve this. You feel me? Let me do my part. Like all the record label execs have been hitting me. Like, man, we just gonna help you promote it. You know what I'm saying? How you doing it? Independent? Okay, cool. We're gonna help you put it out, help you spread the word because attention is the new currency.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
Marlo, you don't want no money. You just want some attention.
Right.
Yeah.
Marlo?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Marlo, please. Marlo loves attention. That's probably why I'm single.
Yeah,
they be tired of me. They be like, you keep on looking for attention from everybody.
Mm-hmm. That's what it is.
Yeah, that is an issue, Marlon. We spoke about that. It's probably why you're gonna remain that way. But,
You're a hater.
So, baby, here's a question for you. So you have a lot of artists on, and I've seen a bunch of freestyles that cats that come through and do. I don't like to do top fives because they're it puts a lot of pressure on you. But who are some of your favorite cats that come through and bless the mic on your show?
Man, of course, Rod Wave, Megan, the Baby, Kendrick.
Kendrick killed it both times.
All the times.
And that was straight for real freestyle. Like,
I tried to trip him
throwing
up.
him words, and he was
cards and everything. You ain't just coming in right to me and give me them verses.
Yeah, buddy. He representing the city real well. Thank you very much.
All right, Marlo. Calm down. Calm down, Compton.
We talented.
Of
We
course, the ones
talented
that
in Compton. You hear me?
of course, the ones that went viral, yes, but Lupe Fiasco came through. He did his thing. I love when they just do it and I catch them off guard.
Mm.
And I really like. I didn't make up the freestyle. DJ Green Lantern used to do the putting them on the spot, right?
Right.
And I went to New York and he put somebody on the spot, and I was like, that's a dope feature. And so again, I like to give people their props. I was inspired by DJ Green Lantern. He put them on the spot. So whenever they came to me, I always wanted to keep everything about the music. And if you feel like you want to tell me about your business, you can tell me about your business. But I'm here for the artistry, and the artist. Everybody saw the Breakfast Club, bam, bounce off like that, right? They should pay the Breakfast Club for podcasts. They are the creators of the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Like after the Breakfast Club, everybody started doing it.
No, the podcast. No. Mm-mm.
Come on, Mo. You want to tell me that everything we see right now ain't because of the Breakfast Club?
Yeah.
All right, then. Thank you.
Because podcasts, I want to say they're the first like radio that started doing podcasts, but podcasts have been
around. We know it's been around, but I'm saying.
Yeah, they branded it.
Yeah, you know when they said that trend, like Soulja Boy is the real reason why everybody be on YouTube.
He did that. And Justin Bieber.
Soulja Boy, Justin Bieber, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, Soulja Boy too. Soulja Boy was when first blew up, and you realize you can monetize from it.
Yes, Lord.
Yeah, and ringtones and stuff. Yep.
Yeah, that's definitely Soulja Boy.
The same thing with Master P. Master P made everybody want to own a record label.
Get their own label.
Everybody go independent. Yep.
Make them say,
Man made everybody feel like they could rap.
If you don't leave me alone.
I'm just saying, people.
Gucci Mane made everybody feel like they could rap.
Man, if Gucci can do it, we can do it. But it's a hustle.
He's just saying words that rhyme.
Yeah, it's a hustle that go with all of it, you know.
Yeah.
And that's what I love about all of those people that I just talked about. Like, I'm good enough with all of them people that they know there's no cap, that this is your mark. This is what you made everybody. Look what Gucci did. Gucci not only made everybody feel like they can rap, but he created a lane, from what I'm hearing, that he made everybody feel welcome to come and record for free to get on.
Mm.
So salute to salute to Gucci.
That's right. So single out now,
Yes.
Trap,
Trap.
featuring Young Dolph, featuring Trap Boy Freddy. Video available now on YouTube. Song on all platforms. You can find it everywhere from Spotify, everywhere that is carrying music.
Right.
So is the idea now that you really got warmed up and you see the reception, is the idea, okay, you're just going to continue to drop them, or is there an EP, is there an album, or is there a plan yet? Do you even know what you want to do at this point?
I don't really have, I know what I want to do, and I just want people to just tap in, you know what I'm saying? And ride the good wave. Like, I'm on a mission, but if I tell you what it is, then you probably won't receive it. Be like, you'll have that to hold against me, you know what I'm saying? And in hip hop, it's about the art of discovery.
Mm-hmm.
Once you know everything about that person, you know what I'm saying? Like, all right, I know pretty much that's what he owned, you know what I'm saying?
So we should just stay in the present and just say, we got what we got from you, and just keep our ear to the streets.
Just
and see
wait.
what else you do.
Definitely more music coming. I want to put together the best collaborations that we've yet to see, things that make sense, and some, things that don't make sense. Like getting another Erykah Badu record and putting her with another dope artist that you'd be like, damn, if they just could do it. Like if we could just get another Jeezy and Gucci record.
Pull
Like,
that one off.
if we can get another Dolphin or a first-time Dolphin Gotti record.
Damn town represent.
Is there anybody that's like bubbling right now in the South that you feel like they about to blow? It's somebody new that we don't know about.
All an underdog. Matter of fact, like that's the reason why I think I'm so motivated to do it, is because there's so much talent, but they don't really know how to curate the platform or get heard, you know what I'm saying? And I just don't think that there's only 13 to 14 hot artists.
At a time, or just period?
Period. Like, do you know whatever happened to R&B? It ain't that Tyrese them ain't making music. You feel me?
No, I mean, that's it. R&B is there. I think it's just that it's so
there.
flooded by, especially when you start talking about, radio, may it be from urban or crossover, all those charts are dominated by rap. So it's not that the R&B isn't there.
Right.
It's just such an abundance of rap that
which is melody driven.
Now is really small, and all those artists are still making great music. And there's so many dope R&B artists. Maybe.
Well, hold on, let's not get crazy. All of those artists ain't making dope.
No,
music.
no. All those artists are making music.
Making music, yeah. Yeah, making music. But you can't just say that all of it is dope, because all of it ain't.
Well, Marlo, and I would just like you was gonna check me on that YouTube situation. I'm gonna say this, that based on how you feel about an artist is how you receive his music.
You think so?
A lot of times. Chris Brown made dope music when he was going through his transition with the Rihanna situation.
Yeah, and we still listen to it.
No, you wasn't ready to let him go.
I did.
Marlo's different though.
Until he cried on that BET stage.
No, I was still with him.
Did Michael Jackson and let it all out?
We love you. We forgot. We forgive you.
Yeah.
And Chris came back to the masses.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Yes. R. Kelly, music still jam. But he's not in a good space with America.
Marlo, do you still listen to R. Kelly?
Yeah, but when you listen to R. Kelly now, there's no question of R. Kelly's dopeness and his genius. But when you listen to R. Kelly now, you almost feel guilty.
Not in public. I mean.
Right. So exactly, you don't even want to listen to R. Kelly when anybody's around.
I mean, only with the albums that I already have. You know what I mean?
That 12 play.
In public. I don't like stream them or nothing. I'm just saying.
Let me see your playlist.
Right.
Cool.
Yeah, so that's kind of like something that interests me to again bring positive vibes to the game. Like, Lil Duval, look at that, living my best life. People just want to have fun, bro. And I want to say rest in peace to Pop Smoke, because Pop Smoke had figured it out.
He figured it out. He did.
He figured it out, bro. He figured it out that you don't have to announce that you're gangster. Gangsters don't have to always announce that they gangster.
Mm-hmm.
But the point is to entertain people.
I agree.
And we've lost that art of entertaining people.
Right. We just trying to put something out.
To make a TikTok dance off of.
Right.
And listen. People like Doc and Bebe, we were TikTok before TikTok was TikTok.
Okay, first of all, I was TikTok too. Don't be thinking that I wasn't TikTok.
So there you go. Always trying to jump in and hashtag it. Let me get the money. Like, come on, Marlo. Pick a lane and stay there. You can't keep. You got your signal on. You merging left. You merging right.
Hitting reverse.
Hashtag Marlo merge. Hashtag Marlo merge. 'Cause she merged.
Shut up, Doc.
You all over the place. Hey, again, Marlo need that attention. She told you that.
Well, she told us. Shut it,
I
let
fit
us
in
know.
everywhere. You hear me?
Man, baby, I really appreciate you hanging with us, dude. It's you already know, like, our relationship outside of this, you know, it's some stuff that we're working on. So your energy is infectious. It's a testament to the longevity, as long as you've been in the game, and how people receive you. Like, everybody welcomes you. Everybody loves Baby. You be in the middle of beefs, literally, and both sides are cool with you, and you can, you know, move and maneuver between crews and never be an issue. And again, that's just a testament to the positive vibes that you're putting out there, man, and the great work that you're doing. And man, we appreciate you. I appreciate, you know, your genius and everything that you continue to bring to the game. And again, thank you for hanging out with the AM Caffeine Show. This is really dope for us, and to continue to watch you, and anything that, you know, we can do, even if it's on a minuscule level, because we ain't Source Top 30. We might be 1,000 though. We may be in the thousands. Don't trip.
Like
Trip.
997.
We in the thousands.
Yeah,
Thousands.
We ride around like 997.
Yeah, we over there. Yeah. We hovering. We hovering.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
But anything we could do, man, baby, we here, man. Thank you so much for hanging out with the AM Caffeine Show, man. This is really dope and much appreciated.
Hey,
absolutely. And how can everybody find you? How can everybody find you?
Follow me on @Hollyhood Baby on all platforms. I was fortunate enough to create something that was unique at Hollyhood Baby, not Hollywood, Hollyhood, BAY, on all media platforms. And I just want to say to the AM Caffeine Show, bro, this platform here is going to do big things because it's authentic, real conversations. You got people in here that are very motivated themselves. And I know it's not easy to motivate, you know what I'm saying, to be self-motivated. Every day you don't feel like smiling. Every day you don't feel like, you know, you're the best DJ, you're the best co-host, you know what I'm saying? Like, and you got to come on here and you got to interview and you got to talk to people and you got to push the energy out. I just say, challenge yourself to find out what it is that you love, do it, and you're going to know you'll do it if you'll do it for free.
Hello. Like us.
Yeah.
So I know y'all love it.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
Real talk.
That's what it is, baby. Thank you. Anytime, brother. Appreciate it, dude.
We coming to Dallas too, for sure.
Whenever y'all want to come, man.
AM Caffeine Show. Coming up next, we have Marlo J's watch list. And I think we have Smooth D in the mix. Or Smooth D, you coming with the donut song of the day? Yes or no? What you doing?
Yeah, we gonna do that.
There it is. AM Caffeine Show. That's what it is. We right here. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah.